Okay, we're gonna suspend rules of council for swearing in of Officer Robert Rowland. I need to get out of the camera zone.
You doing this?
Well, I'm not going to do that part yet. Is that okay?
Jay, you guys doing it between here then?
We will. I'm just going to introduce
You gotta stand right.
right here.
See, that shows you gotta be in the camera. Makeup? No.
Am I good? Good evening, everybody. My name is Lieutenant Jamie Fisher, and on behalf of Chief McAllister and myself, welcome to the city of Kirtland. Let me first take a minute to introduce to you Officer Bobby Rowland. That's okay. Thank you.
Yeah, we talked about the parking area. You should have let me put that in the meeting. No.
No. Yes. No, no jokes from Smollett. Okay.
How about them Browns? Say thanks to Joe Flacco for being in the Steelers as well.
I bet this doesn't happen.
Oh, the dice got gold.
I just bet. We'll have 10 pounds.
Easy bowl.
All good.
Okay, Officer Rowland's family, you are more than welcome to stay for the council meeting, or you can go enjoy your time outside of chambers with your son. Congratulations. Everybody have a good evening.
Hey, Jamie. Officer Rowland, what city do you live in? What city do you live in now? Oh, okay, okay. Oh, Chief Hutton, fire problem?
One has to be open. Okay, okay. Thank you, Julia. Okay, Janelle, we're gonna move forward with the reading and approval, the minutes of October 6th, 2025 work session meeting.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Mr. Smolik with a motion to approve, Julie with the second. Janelle, please call the roll.
Mr. Smolik,
Yes.
Mr. Fenstermaker.
Yes.
Mr. Hamer,
Yes.
Mr. Scholes,
Yes.
Ms. Simons.
Yes.
Okay, moving on to the minutes of the October 6th, 2025 council meeting. Looking for a motion?
I'd like to make a motion to amend the minutes. Did amend or?
And?
Yeah. Yep, it's a motion to
The
amend.
amendment would just be under the engineering department. I believe it should say Prairie Lane instead of Prairie Lane.
That's our new system. I didn't catch it.
Okay, I figured it was
lane?
Prairie, Crary. Lane.
Thank you.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, Mr. Schultz with a motion to amend to Quarry Lane, and Mr. Smolik with a second. Any other discussion on the minutes? Do we need anything else?
Motion to approve,
Okay,
amended?
looking for a second?
Second.
Julie with the second. Janelle, please call the roll.
Mr. Smolik.
Yes.
Mr. Fenstermaker.
Yes.
Mr. Hamer,
Yes.
Mr. Scholes,
Yes.
Ms. Simons.
Yes.
Motion to adopt.
Second?
Okay, Mr. Schultz with a motion to adopt, Mr. Smolik with the second. Janelle, please call the roll.
Mr. Smolik.
Yes.
Mr. Fenstermaker.
Yes.
Mr. Hamer,
Yes.
Mr. Scholes,
Yes.
Ms. Simons.
Yes.
Okay, moving on to department reports. Chief Hutton?
Thank you, Mr. President. No formal report tonight. Just to clarify, based on what Mayor Potter said as far as putting a resolution on, I'd like to work on that with the mayor and Mr. Slatniker to get something in front of council for the next meeting for discussion with council as far as the purchase. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions or comments for Chief Hutton this evening?
Chief, are you available prior to the November 5th meeting for another police and fire standing? committee
Yes, should be.
6:15 again, Matt?
Make it work.
What date was that, November?
meeting? It's a Wednesday because the election
Election, okay.
is Tuesday. Does that work for you, Chief? Okay. Smollett?
Worked for me.
So that'd be Service Department, or I mean, Police and Fire again on November 5th?
Correct.
Related to the ambulance purchase.
You feel because I'm sure Council President would still like more than 30 seconds. 6 o'clock, 6:15, Chief?
6 o'clock would be great.
Okay, let's do 6 and we won't run into it. Thank you.
Mr. Schultz, can I jump in there? The police department's going to want to join in with you.
They're going to want to.
Yes.
Thank you. Is that, okay, so pertaining to that meeting, are we going to have it be, I don't know what Mr. Fisher wants to discuss. Is he also going to want to discuss capital equipment?
I believe so, but you might want to ask him when he comes back.
Okay, Janelle, then maybe we hold off until we get clarification of the purpose of the meeting.
Okay.
And then,
Just make it capital equipment in general too, right? So if you want to.
okay, police and fire capital equipment. Thank you. Oh,
Okay. Lieutenant Fisher going to stop back in, or is he going to be tied up? Okay, well, we can come back to him, Chief. You're good. You're good. We'll just move on to Joe. Mr. Fernaro?
Good evening, everybody. I'd like to start off again by thanking our team for doing a great job with all the work they've been accomplishing. We did have our snow and ice that we talked about at the last meeting. We went through calibration, we went through new driver training, and 4 of our trucks got calibrated. On that note, we did make the first order of salt today for 500 tons. 101G work is completed. I'm going to take some of Doug's report. Pretty much all our road work is completed now. We have a little bit of crack sealing left to do on Hobart. We have some pavement markings going down on Curl and Shard and Hobart also. We met today with Shivers on Joseph Street. They're going to do some repairs where they had compaction issues. So I think that's enough of Doug's report. That's all I have. I'll open for any questions.
Mr. Farrell, relative to the brine, that's all dialed in for the winter, and
So we're dialed in. The grant we got for $75,000 is not. That's going to be a next year purchase. The brine maker itself came in at $150,000. We do have a water line that we have to put in. We're waiting to get some drawings from engineering so we could get some pricing. And then we can move on to, next year and hopefully wrap up that project.
okay, so it won't be, you're anticipating operations in late
So
26?
let me back up. We currently do make brine.
No, I understand that.
It's not very efficient. For the grant we got, I'm hoping for 26.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Fernaro, Hobart looked great with the repairs on there, obviously pretty beat up. We gotta try hitting that little shoulder that's coming away.
So the crews are out today doing some berming.
Okay.
We missed one spot, so we're gonna go back out tomorrow and do it.
Okay, yeah, you know what I'm talking about
Yep.
between
We
6
did the top of the hill. We
6 and
kinda
Hobart on the east side, sorry.
headed north, right, going up the hill. We missed one spot. We'll get it.
We get that taken care of. That should take care of it pretty well for the winter time. Thank you, Mr. Fernaro.
Oh, one more comment. Gentleman that abuts the properties on Route 6 near, on the north side of 6 across from Tavern 6, there was a barn built there recently. I believe our code is that that barn needs to have gutters, correct? And
I don't think our code requires gutters on buildings, but
if that's not part of the stormwater management for a commercial,
no.
I know that they were at planning and zoning, and I do remember the talk of water runoff, and I know that it was discussed at the time, but I don't remember anything about gutters.
And their plans did include some detention area behind that barn for the stormwater. So,
Okay. Oh, so there is some type of management.
yeah, there is some stormwater management on that site with that barn.
Has that been completed, and is that project closed out in the
It
city's eyes?
is not.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
If you can give me an update of when it is so I can pass it along to one of the abutting owners, I'd appreciate that. When the project's complete, if you could just let me know so I can pass along to one of the abutting owners that the project's complete.
Will do.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to back up. Lieutenant Fisher.
Good morning, everybody, or evening. Seems like I missed a little bit of stuff, so I apologize for being behind. Good day for us swearing in a new officer. We have another one that we are in the process of. And other than that, I have no formal report. I am always open for questions.
Lieutenant Fisher, it's my understanding that you would like to be part of a planning and police and fire standing committee. We're holding that November 5th at 6 o'clock, which is a Wednesday. Oh, 6 o'clock.
It's gonna be 15 minutes late.
Jamie, be pertaining to any,
Yes, sir.
any capital needs going into next year, that type of thing.
Absolutely.
So it's just going to, the reason I'm asking Lieutenant Fisher is just for the subject of the meeting. It's not going to be personnel, it's just capital, correct?
That is perfectly fine with me, yes.
Okay, thank you.
And Lieutenant Fisher, we're looking at, we need to fill one more full-time out then for police then? We're still looking to fill up Mr. Officer Valente's role then, or spot? For full-time?
Yes, we're still down one.
Okay,
But if everything lines up, we should be full strength
Okay.
prior to the next retirement.
okay. Thanks, Lieutenant.
Okay, if there's no other questions for Lieutenant Fisher, we'll jump right over to Mr. Courtney. Lieutenant Fisher, thank you.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I will provide my abbreviated report tonight. So of the things Joe didn't talk about,
Wow. That's something?
yeah, you did. Kirtland Chardon Road, we're still awaiting comments back from ODOT on those plans. Wisner Wall, we had a meeting with SME on the 15th to review the current conditions of the roadway, the embankment, and the wall itself. We had some additional field work done at the request of SME and provided them that map on the 16th with the additional field work. They're working on their design options now. We're going to have a kickoff meeting with them here before long to talk about schedule for getting plans ready and having this thing ready to go out to bid. Joe mentioned Old Town. That's pretty much all I have. Any questions?
Could you expound on Old Town and the meeting with Cheever? I can never say it right. Shivers?
Shivers. Yeah.
Shivers? Shiver me timbers?
So
Joseph.
I believe it was coming out of the last council meeting. You brought up some issues with the pavement. So we went out and looked at those. I put a call into the county because it's their contract. It's their maintenance bond. They reached out to Shivers. Shivers contacted the city. And we met this morning with a representative from Shivers, and we reviewed Joseph, which is where the majority of the problems are. We identified 10 locations where the sewer laterals, where they cross the pavement, were settling. So Shivers is going to come out, and I think there was probably 8 of those that they're going to have to dig up, recompact, and 2 others that just some minor settling in the pavement. They're going to mill those and repave those 2.
But that won't be till next year at this point because
No, we're still waiting on their schedule, but I think they're going to take care of that this year.
very exciting.
Because I mentioned to them that Joe's concerned with plowing over those for the winter.
Awesome. Okay. When we get a schedule or any kind of information, if you guys can email me and just let me know so I can let the residents know. Is there any concern with any of how bad any of that is? Because I apologize, I haven't been out there with trick-or-treaters and it being dark and twisted ankles and whatever. Are we?
There were a couple that were pretty severe, but the majority of them, I wouldn't say were drastic.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
For that, Mr. Courtney, is that kind of expected when you do as much, that you're going to get a little bit of settling, obviously?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
And pertaining to, what was it?
Tibbetts
There's something I was going to go on.
Joe, Tibbetts driveway?
Wisner Wall is one of your favorites too.
Which one?
He already answered mine.
No. I forgot right now. I'll jump in if I need something, remember it, so.
Joe wanted to talk about the Tibbetts project.
Tibbetts?
Oh, it was per roads, actually. Everything that, up till now that's been done roads-wise, everything fell into spec, fine, no issues at all
Correct.
with the contractors?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
What is going on with the Tibbetts driveway?
The owner has been issued a notice of violation with certain deadlines that he has to meet. He's met the first, which was a temporary solution to vertical cut slopes that he created. His next deadline is October 31st for plans for his grading permit, for his for any retaining wall work, and for his SWIP plan. He emailed me Friday, said he had all his engineers on board, and they were telling him that they should be able to hit that October 31st deadline.
Has any of that been communicated back to the resident?
Yes. Mr. Davis? Yes. I talk to Mr. Davis at least once a week.
I did share that I saw that he has enlisted a real estate agent and he has it listed for sale. Is there
Yes, the
any way
property-
to prevent that from selling until those issues are fixed, or at least make those issues, make the potential buyer aware of those issues, or how does
Well,
that work?
he indicated that his real estate agent does have a copy of the violation letter. I haven't confirmed that, but certainly something like that by law would need to be disclosed to any buyer. And I did talk to him, not last Friday, the Friday before that, to review the violation letter, and one of his questions was, if the property's under contract and all this isn't done, what happens? I said, unless we have in writing from the buyer of the property that they're going to assume all these responsibilities, then it's still your responsibility. So,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Okay. Mr. Fernaro, the Applewood Drive situation, I know you and Chief McAllister visited that resident. Has that been resolved, or?
It is resolved. So the chief talked to the one resident, I talked to the resident that was here. The fence came down, the fence in the front yard's come down. The addition is to code. The shed is still an issue. And that the chief told him what needed to be done, it has not been addressed yet.
Okay. So, but the chief did tell them what needs to be done?
He did tell him, and I told the other resident. So they both know, just waiting on for him to fix the issue.
So the shed's still an issue. Okay, thank you. All right, Mr. Courtney, anything else this evening?
That's all I have.
Anybody else have anything from Mr. Court? Okay, Julia.
Thank you, Mr. Council President. I have no formal report for the Senior Center as far as some reminder dates for the city. Just a reminder that this Wednesday, October 22nd, from 6 to 8 p.m. is our citywide trunk or treat event. There are about 12 locations. I'm not going to try to remember all of them. I encourage everyone to go to Facebook or the city website to get those locations. On Friday, October 31st, we will have the citywide trunk or treat. That is also from 6 to 8 p.m. And we're coming down to the crunch time for any seniors or veterans that need assistance getting their yard cleaned up for the fall to contact me at the community center to sign up. And we will be out on November 8th to clean those yards. other than that, I am available for any questions.
Okay, thank you, Julia. Any questions for Julia this evening? Okay, moving right over, thank you, Julia. Moving right over to the mayor's report.
Thank you, Council President, excuse me, Council President Fenstermaker. I think Mr. Finaro did have one addition to his report that he just reminded me of.
I did. I forgot about Shred Day was last Saturday. It was a huge success. We definitely did more than the year before. It looked like it was slow, but I don't have the final numbers on what we shredded, but there was a lot of bags in that truck. So thank you to everyone that came up.
It wasn't a huge success because I still have a ton of stuff in my garage that never made it. So,
It'll be in October next year.
thank you.
All right, thank you, Council President Fenstermaker. I will be rather quick. Want to thank everybody for holding down the fort while I was able to go and enjoy a vacation with my family just last week, and that's why I was not at the last council meeting. So appreciate you guys working through that last meeting. And I was trying to watch it from where I was, but I was 5 hours ahead, and I said I had about 1 a.m. over there. I said I had enough. So anyhow, tonight on the agenda, 25R62, up for a third reading. I think there was an amendment to be made there. I want to thank all of you for the hard work related to this ordinance, specifically Councilman Schultz. I know that he had a lot to offer and a lot of clarifications along the way. So thank you to Councilman Schultz. Thanks to Mr. Gibbs in advance as well for all of his help throughout this process. Could not have gotten any of this done without Mr. Gibbs, so thank you very much to Jim all the way along. And then 25046, Doug, did you mention, sorry if I faded out while you were talking, did you mention the Parks Farm in your
He did not.
deposit?
I did not.
He did not.
Yeah, okay. So if you want to talk about that right quick, or do you want to wait till the ordinance comes up, Council President?
It doesn't matter either way.
The ordinance
I can
tonight.
discuss when the ordinance comes up.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. But yeah, we'll want to, and after Doug explains it, I think you guys will get it, that trying to get that passed tonight would be very helpful. And how appreciative, or that I just should extend my appreciation to the Parks family for their tremendous work in putting that development in and kind of really following all the rules, guidelines, working with Doug so well, working with the city. So thanks to their continued their extraordinary investment in the city. Other than that, I am open for questions.
Okay. Do we have any questions for the mayor this evening?
Mayor, can you talk a little bit about the email coming back from the, what are they, First Energy, related to all the power outages and sort of what their resolutions are for that?
Yes. So when Wendy did email me while I was out of town, and then you had asked me that question before in a text message, and I
It's
forgot.
super annoying about asking
And I
you.
forgot that she had sent me that email, and I realized quickly that I had not forwarded that to you. I'll follow up with Wendy and maybe get you on a three-way call if you want, and we can talk about maybe even a communication piece, or the best way to say what we want to say related to some of those blips in the power over there.
Yep.
You could put something on social media, perhaps.
Yep, I read very quickly just now what she said back. It looks like they've got a number of action items coming out of that, which is great to see. Some of those won't take place till 26, some of the cleaning up of branches and things like that.
Yep.
It looks like they're taking it seriously and that they're addressing the issue. I was just curious if she had given you any color commentary on if what we're seeing is typical or atypical or...
She called me. I was driving. I told her I would call her back, and I hadn't. I was driving on the opposite side of the road with the steering wheel on this side of the car.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, if we could get a call put together, that'd be great. And then
Yeah, I'll text her right now.
Thank you.
Anything else for the mayor this evening? Okay, moving on to standing committee reports. I do want to mention that the Planning and Zoning Committee did meet last week and discussed short-term rentals and legislation centered around allowing it to some extent with, some guidelines. We utilized the City of Hudson's ordinances and then framework from Jason Bridges from Planning and Zoning, and 2 realtors that joined us at the committee. So notes have been taken and drafted, sent to Mr. Lallo, and we're going to have a follow-up P&Z meeting, but we just haven't scheduled that yet. So we'll get that information over you. Okay?
Standing committee, P and Z, or?
Standing Committee P&Z.
Yeah, then we'll get something put
I'm sorry,
together,
Standing Committee.
send it to planning and zoning, and then
Yes,
hopefully back up to us.
yes. I don't know if there's any other standing committee reports other than we had police and fire this evening.
Yep, thank you, Council President. The Standing Committee of the Police and Fire met this evening at 6:15. Chief Hutton and Captain Panzani presented to the committee a proposal to purchase a new wheel coach ambulance for the total of about $319,000. The committee made up of myself, Councilwoman Julie Simons, and Councilman Smolik all voted unanimously to make that recommendation to all of council. And there will be another standing committee November 5th at 6 p.m. further discuss police and fire capital requests. And it's my understanding that there'll be a resolution before council as well regarding this purchase.
Okay, thank you. Any further discussions on committee reports this evening? Okay, moving on to any correspondence. Janelle, have we received any correspondence?
No.
All right, thank you. Moving on to public comments on matters not on the agenda. Anybody here this evening would like to speak regarding public comments on matters not on the agenda? Please come up, state your name and address, please.
Bill Johnson, 9034 Cowdrey Road. I live down in the sewer mess that's going on. Glad to hear they were talking about trees coming to fix some of the problems, because Joseph Street is a mess, especially right in front of Thorne's old place.
Okay.
And Bradshaw's place there. I walk that neighborhood, or I try to, twice a day, if my health lets me do it. I have a lot of complaints. Jen hears a lot of them. I come up and complain about stuff. And Joe is taking care of a lot of the problems. As I was talking to him tonight about all the Mormon buses coming down Cowdrey Road. And, we don't have the money to fix the roads as it is. And we were promised that Old Town Kirtland was going to be repaved when the sewers were done. Well, there's no money to do that. So it is what it is. I see them doing work on other roads in Kirtland and stuff. And I mean, they've been telling us for 25 years when the sewers were done, they were going to fix the roads. But, I guess it just is what it is. But it just, I just like to thank Joe for any time I have a complaint through Jen or I talk to him directly, he takes care of the minor problems that we've had, especially when trees was ripping all the mailboxes out and stuff and whatnot. But it's just, in a way, I'm just really disappointed in seeing that our roads can't be fixed. Being the fact that we've been promised for so many years they were going to be taken care of. But, and the problem with trying to pass a road levy is it's not going to pass because people haven't forgotten a few years ago when we did pass a road levy and all the money went to raises for everybody and nothing was spent on the roads.
All the money went to what? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. All the money went to what?
To raises.
To raises.
That would be correct, sir.
People got raises.
That's not accurate.
That would be correct. I can show you the detailed.
That's okay. That's not accurate. Money that was for the levy had to go for roads, could
Yeah,
not
they
be
didn't.
used for
No,
raises.
no, I mean-
Well, I'm not going to argue with you on that. I'm just going to tell you that's not accurate.
It is what it
did not
is.
Go for raises.
I can show you a breakdown.
I remember years ago when I was on the fire department and Rap was chief, anything that they put a levy on for had to be specifically for that.
That's correct.
I mean,
And
I
that
remember
hasn't
there was rich people in town, when they passed in their will, the money was supposed to go right to the fire department. Well, it never did. It went to the general fund. So stuff wasn't bought, but
Okay.
that's in years past, and I've lived here too long, probably. My dad built the house next to where I live in 1952. The house I live in, 2 lots away, I've been there 52 years. So I've been here a lot, too long, I guess. See too much goes on and, and complain, but,
Weren't we also?
she's been trying to get me to come to meetings for 2 years, so.
I
Well,
thought
I'm
we
glad
were
you
just-
came, and I'm glad you had the opportunity to speak. Lieutenant Fisher, the one thing he did mention, the tour buses that are going down Caudry. Can we not put a sign or something to restrict the buses using that road? There was no
Joe,
way.
yeah, Joe's gonna take care of that.
Okay.
I already talked to him tonight.
So see, there's the benefit of you coming to council tonight, using the opportunity to speak, and you're already getting action.
I'd have just called Joe anyways.
There you go.
I'd have just called him, because he called me back, and which I'm sure he does with everybody, but it's,
Yeah.
it is what it is, but.
Weren't we also having heated discussions with Aqua? There's been like 15 water main breaks there.
Yeah.
Weren't we having discussions with Aqua to have them
Yeah,
come
we keep breaking.
redo the water line, but we don't want to pave and have them come rip it up?
Oh, yeah, well, I understand
We've been
it,
debating, am I wrong or not?
No, you're right.
Okay.
but, well, Aqua told me, like I said, I walk the neighborhood twice a day, so I see all the construction that goes on, and I talk to everybody, and they said everywhere they went under the water line, it's gonna break. They said, because the water system is so old, and that it's, I forget, he said asphalt and clay pipe or something.
I don't know where we stand on that, but I just know that we've had many discussions about
Oh, yeah.
dealing with Aqua.
Yeah.
Getting, 'cause like I said, we don't want to pave it and tear it up.
Oh, no, I understand that, but it's still,
Mr. Fernaro,
how long does it take before all that is settled and done?
Mr. Fernaro and Mr. Courtney, per Aqua, do they have, I know they seem to be in every year doing one section or another on roads. Is there a schedule on that type of thing, or is there a schedule for that type of thing?
They
that
really
put up?
don't share their schedule until their jobs get approved. So there is no advance warning. We keep asking them every time we do a road, just to make sure they're not going to come in the next year and rip it
Yeah.
up. So we
I know
try
they
to
did
stay ahead with
Hemlock.
them.
They did Hemlock last year, last 2 years ago. I know they did Monterey a couple years ago. They were up in Regency, I believe, last year doing.
They've been in Regency for a while.
So they do get out on a regular basis, but I'm not
Yeah,
quite sure.
well, there again, like I said, walking the neighborhood, I've talked to people on Aqua, and when they hooked up Lieutenant Fisher's son's new house, which is on the street that I live on, that valve was underneath Wayne's driveway. And I talked to the guy at Aqua, he said, we are gonna run a line from here, 2-inch, all the way down to Maple Street. I said, so when are you going to do that? You're going to wait till all the roads are done and everything, yards back? But I guess they do it underground, but they still got to do it because I sold my property to his daughter-in-law's family, which I had to naturally pay for the sewers, but they're probably going to wait till the last minute to do that. So, it just doesn't. And I asked the guy from Aqua, I said, well, why don't they get that done now? He said, well, we'll probably wait till the last minute before we do it. And, which is, because his son, they had a lot of problems with the water in their front yard. He had puddles and puddles for a long time before they finally got it was just leaking constantly. So, but, like they said, everywhere they went underneath that water line, it's going to break.
Council President, I do have a meeting with another party in Aqua next week on an unrelated matter, but I will be meeting with our representative, the gentleman that represents Aqua for the city of Kirtland, and I will bring that back up. I actually planned to bring that up with him already, but I'm glad you were here tonight, Mr. Johnson. Gives me a reminder to make sure I...
Yeah, see if they bring that down, because, I don't care if they ever do it, but I have a well water. And it's a Century home, and I'm still on the same well. When my dad built the house, we had quicksand, so they couldn't, they hadn't dug a well, and naturally it just kept sucking up all the sand. So even when we were kids, we went next door to the house I live in today and got water from that well, which I'm still using today. So, and it's, I've never had it tested, and I'm pushing 80, so all my dogs live to be 18 to 21 years old. So, either the Lord's looking after us or the water's okay. I'm not sure which, but, But anyways,
Sir, and per the road levy, there was 2.4 million approximately raised during that 5-year stretch from 2015 to 2019, and all money did go to roads. None went to any funding of salary, so. And I can assure you that, and if you'd like to meet me afterwards, I could show you, I did pretty good detailed
Okay, yeah,
analysis and costing on that, sir.
okay. But nothing was done on the roads.
Yes, it was. It was all spent.
Well, not in my, not in my neighborhood.
Okay, fair enough.
Because they held that off. They did no work
I could show
on
you,
those roads because of the sewers coming through.
and I know your road's not on there. I could show you a detailed list of the roads that was done through that 5-year road levy.
Because like probably 7 years ago, I talked to Andy Lokar. He built, I think, 3 of the houses on Fairview. And at that time, he said the sewers are coming through. They're not going to do anything to the roads. And they didn't.
Well, if it's any consolation, before I even got on council, Rockwood, Ledgewood, my streets were on the first Kirtland Chronicle list for getting roads done, and they haven't been touched either, so.
Yeah, that's, you know,
Come take a drive down my road. if you'd like.
like I say, it just, you
Have
know,
a beer.
I'm the old man in the neighborhood, okay? So, you know, and as my new friend Lieutenant Fisher quoted one day to a gentleman that had parked his truck on my road, and I went out to see whose truck it was, took his license plate, a picture of it, because we got a lot of little kids. So I'm out there checking, knocking on windows, and he told that gentleman, he says, this is Mr. Johnson. He is the mayor of Cowdrey Road. He says, so don't give him a hard time. So, you know, but that's my, you know, my new best friend right there, you know, so, and his kids are great. So, but anyways, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, moving on to 25-R-62. This is the third reading. It's the resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with Chagrin Valley Gig to provide fiber broadband internet access to the city of Kirtland and its residents and declare an emergency. I'm looking to entertain a motion to amend the legislation to incorporate updated Exhibit A.
Mr. Schultz?
You know what I did? You're correct. I will back up. You're good. Public comments on matters of old business. Any public comments on matters of old business?
5-R-62 or 25-O-66.
Okay. Julie, thank you. No, you're 100% good. Okay, we will go back now, and I will reread 25-R-62. This is the third reading. A resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with Chagrin Valley Gig to provide fiber broadband internet access to the city of Kirtland and its residents and declaring an emergency. Again, looking to entertain a motion to amend the legislation to incorporate the updated Exhibit A that was supplied to council.
So moved.
Second. Sorry, Julie got it.
Okay, so Mr. Schultz with a motion to amend legislation, Julie with the second. Any discussion? Okay, with no discussion, Janelle, please call the roll.
Mr. Smolik,
Yes.
Mr. Fenstermaker,
Yes.
Mr. Hamer,
Yes.
Mr. Schultz,
Yes.
Ms. Simons.
Yes.
Motion to declare an emergency and to adopt.
Nope, we got to, because it goes back to the second reading.
Back to the second?
We need to entertain a motion to waive
Motion
the
to
three
waive.
readings.
Motion to waive the 3 readings.
Second.
Okay, Mr. Smolik with a motion to waive the 3 readings, Julie with a second. Any discussion? No discussion, Janelle, please call the roll.
Mr. Smolik,
Yes.
Mr. Fenstermaker,
Yes.
Mr. Hamer,
Yes.
Mr. Schultz,
Yes.
Ms. Simons.
Yes.
Okay, now for a motion to declare an emergency and to adopt.
Second.
Okay, Mr. Smolik with a motion to declare an emergency and adopt. Mr. Schultz with a second. Any discussion?
Council President Fenstermaker, one person I did forget to thank, and that's Mr. Hamer. He really was a catalyst in this broadband conversation and a big help, especially in the earliest stages.
Absolutely. Duly noted, Mr. Hamer. Thank you.
Finally did something.
Okay, with that, Janelle, please call the roll.
Oh,
Mr.
yes, ask for discussion.
Okay, any further discussion?
I just want to bring a little clarification, and it was a question that I had asked Mr. Lallo. He could not be here, the law director, and I did copy Council President Fenstermaker, Mayor, and Council Pro Tem Joe Smolik. And it was just surrounding a question after I read this clean copy. Section 1 the question that I posed to the law director was, does that cause an issue relative to the offered parcel for the right of first refusal to CVG to purchase the land relative to competitive bidding? And the law director said, no, it does not cause any issues with competitive bidding, because if the parcel was to sell or be leased, it would go to the highest bidder, of which CVG would have the opportunity to meet that bid. And then if there was additional bidding above and beyond the fair market price, the city would still always receive the highest value for the property. So I was thankful that he clarified that. I wanted to bring that to the entire group without any issues with Open Meetings Act. So
Okay.
that's all.
Okay, and Matt, I want to thank you for your details and going through this agreement. Appreciate that.
Yes, thank you, Matt, honestly.
Okay, with that, Janelle, please call the roll.
Mr. Smolik.
Yes.
Mr. Fenstermaker.
Yes.
Mr. Hamer.
Yes.
Mr. Scholes.
Yes.
Ms. Simons.
Yes.
Okay, moving on to 25-0-66. This is the second reading, an ordinance amending section 672.12 of the codified ordinances of the city of Kirtland regarding pointing and discharging firearms and other weapons and declaring an emergency. Any discussion?
I did have a conversation with Chief McAllister prior to the meeting, and he's going to seek some further clarification on some questions I asked. So if we could have that go 3 readings, that'd be appreciated.
It's going 3 readings. We're not passing that tonight.
Also have an email, and I asked them for the first meeting also, so we'll clear that all up next week, or next meeting on the 3rd reading.
Excellent. Okay, just as a reminder, we have 2 ordinances currently tabled until the November 17th, 2025 meeting. Do I need to read the tabled? I don't believe I do, right? Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay, moving on to new business. Public comments on agenda items of new business. Okay, with no discussion, there are no public comments, we'll move on to 25-0-67, an ordinance amending ordinance number 25-0-57 relating to the appropriations for the year 2025. Any discussions?
Is the council finance director like this passed today?
The finance director would like this passed today. Yes.
Motion to waive the 3 readings?
Second.
Okay, Mr. Smolik with a motion to waive the 3 readings. Mr. Schultz with a second. Any further discussions? Mr. Courtney, can you please share with council the primary change regarding the parks development, please?
Yes, I can. So, part of the development process, Parks had to post several bonds for constructing the project. The first was a performance bond. They had a road bond, they had a erosion and sediment control bond, and a stormwater management bond. All these things made sure, all these bonds made sure that what they were constructing was going to meet the city's code. At the end of the project, the performance bond, 15% of that bond amount was held for a 2-year maintenance period. The road bond was held, erosion and sediment control bond was held, and the stormwater management bond was held until all those items are closed out related to either the roads, erosion control, and stormwater management. The amounts of those bonds currently, the maintenance bond stands, the 15% 2-year maintenance bond is $135,000, roughly. I'm round numbers here. The road bond is $10,000. The erosion sediment control bond is $23,000. And the stormwater management bond is $45,000. So the park's maintenance period expired on September 8th. And they made a request for all their bonds to be released. Joe and I went out and met with the parks and the county stormwater management department this morning, reviewed the site in general and the stormwater ponds. And I issued a memo to Lewis earlier today after that meeting that the maintenance bond of $135,000 and change can be released, the road bond of $10,000 can be released, erosion and sediment control bond and the stormwater management bond. There's still one more item to take care of on the stormwater ponds, and the trigger on that is having more of the houses developed. They're at, I think, about 60% development in there. They need to be at 80%. However, holding almost, what was that, $68,000, I think is excessive for what needs to be completed. So I recommended holding $5,000 on each of those bonds and releasing the rest.
Okay. Council have any questions regarding Mr. Courtney's recommendations?
Like you got your bases covered.
Christmas came early for the park. I do want to thank the park, and Mayor mentioned that earlier. I sat through a lot of those initial planning and zoning meetings and BZA meetings that they went through, and they really did work well with the city. It was a very lengthy process. So I'm glad that development worked out the way it did. And I'm thankful for the increases in homes in the area. So it was good. It was good overall. Mr. Courtney, thank you. Okay, so with that, I'm looking for a motion to waive the 3 readings.
Motion to waive the 3 readings?
Second.
We already did that.
We did that motion to waive the 3s?
Yeah,
I just didn't.
Yeah, we
I
did
need to
that
call the roll.
I'm sorry. Can you please call the roll?
Mr. Smolik,
yes.
Mr. Fenstermaker.
Yes.
Mr. Hamer,
Yes.
Mr. Scholes,
Yes.
Ms. Simons.
Yes.
Okay, now I'm looking for a
Motion to adopt.
motion to adopt.
Second.
No, I didn't do the motion.
You just said,
Mr. Schultz did the motion to adopt. Mr.
Second.
Smolik with a second. Any further discussion? Okay, with that, Janelle, please call the roll.
Mr. Smolik,
yes.
Mr. Fenstermaker,
Yes.
Mr. Hamer,
Yes.
Mr. Scholes,
Yes.
Ms. Simons.
Yes.
Okay. All right, with that, going on to council comments. Any additional council comments this evening? Okay. Continuing concerns, last opportunity for the public to speak this evening. Okay, looking for an adjournment?